welcome to Real Estate Mentality. I'm your host, Zach Phillips, and I know that intro sounds kind of corny, but hopefully we can make it sound cool over time. This is the first podcast that I've ever done. This first episode, really all I want to do is go over everything dealing with the podcast. This is something that I've really wanted to do for a long time. I think the real estate industry as a whole can really benefit from a streamlined podcast that goes over everything regarding the real estate market right now, and also dealing with information that will be put out for the home buyer, the home seller, whether your first time, it's your fifth time. Also, we'll be doing information that's good for investors, everything along those lines. So really what we want to get into this first episode obviously won't be as long as the normal episodes would, because we don't have a specific topic that we're going over. But the idea behind this one is to tell you guys, obviously, all the information that goes into the podcast. So the first thing is real estate mentality. God dang it. I just realized that I said real estate mastermind on the intro, so I'm going to have to go back and change that. But the name of the podcast, Real Estate Mentality. So the idea behind that is really that it takes in my experience, for somebody to be really successful in real estate, they have to have a growth mindset. And so usually when you deal with a growth mindset, that means, in my eyes, somewhat of an entrepreneurial mindset. So the idea behind the whole real estate mentality is that it takes somebody who's constantly willing to grow, constantly willing to fail and learn from those failures, so that they can continue to push on and build bigger and bigger within this industry. I know that's not specific necessarily to this industry, but I find that the people who I see that are most successful are usually carry that mind state. So that's the idea behind the name. You have to have a certain mentality within this industry. You have to have a certain mentality within the industries that we are going to cover and be delving into with other guests later on when this show starts to grow, and we can bring people that are within a different industry onto the show. Also, I want to kind of push the fact that this isn't just a real estate show. It's a growth mindset, building strength in the mind, strength in the body overall, as in we may have people on here that aren't in real estate at all, but they are very successful in their field, and they carry some of the same ideas through to that field. As in, for example, I get up every morning at 5 a.m. and I do multiple workouts, and right now I'm training for a marathon in November. So the idea behind that isn't necessarily that I want to be jacked, ripped, and just all around a badass that can run 1,000,000 miles at once. The idea behind it is that is the hardest thing that I'm going to do all day, and it's going to mentally prepare me for the hard things that come through during the day. So that mindset is what I want to carry through when we have guests in a lot of shows, especially if they're high achievers within their industry. But I also want to have shows where we have people who have never bought real estate before and have questions, people who are investors in real estate and can give us some information on how they went about building their quote-unquote empire. But yeah, and if we just sit on the real estate topic, that cuts off so many other people that we can help. So my ultimate goal with everything I do is to help others. So this show is ultimately to help others, other real estate agents, people who need guidance in home buying, anything and everything I can do to help the people and the community that we build through this. But yeah, so that's really all I wanted to cover in this first episode. I don't want it to sound too scripted or anything, but with this first one, I really had a few things that I wanted to cover just so you guys get an idea of what to expect in the future. So hopefully we can build a super strong community behind this and then just build from there, get people on the show, interesting people, no matter what industry they're within. And like I said, and I know I've said it a million times, build a strong community, help everybody, because that's really the ultimate goal, is to help everybody we can. So another thing that I want to implement every show is just a quick tip at the end of every show to help out those first-time home buyers and home sellers. So my quick tip today is for you home sellers out there, make sure that you fix every little thing that you can before you put your home on the market. Even if you don't want to, it's probably only going to cost you a few $100 to fix something like, I don't know, your toilet's draining for too long, or your toilet's clogged up and you got 3 bathrooms, so you keep one toilet clogged because you don't feel like fixing it. Fix it, because everything that somebody can use against you to get a lower price, even in this market, they're going to. And that one thing that only costs like $200 could make you, in the long run, on closing day, $2,000, $3,000 more. So I come across that a lot. People that really don't want to fix anything, and at the end of the day, it's their decision. But if you want to get the most for your money, fix it. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys coming along with me for this ride. I hope it is an amazing one and we can continue to build and build. But that is all I got for today. I know it's not a long episode filled with a bunch of amazing content, but I had to get this one out of the way so you guys can know exactly what we plan to do with the show going forward. So that being said, thank you again. If you want to find me, please reach out to me. Let me know anything that you think can be improved on. If you guys want to be on the show, if you think there's some topic that we should cover and I haven't thought of it, send it in. You can find me on Instagram at Zach Phillips _real estate. That's at Zach, ZACH Phillips, PHILLIPS _real estate, REALESTATE. Message me on there, follow me. You can find all my links for everything on my Instagram as well. You can also reach out to me on my website, homewithzach.com. That's Zach with an H for all you people who spell it wrong with a K. H is the right way. But again, thank you guys, and I look forward to these episodes. So quickly, so we can cut it off, Friday will be the day that we shoot for a new episode. So right now I'm doing 1 a week. If this gets really popular, we'll knock it up to 2 and we'll go from there. But yeah, Friday, find me on Instagram at Zach Phillips _real estate, and I appreciate it.